So today I will give you the ultimatum. You have two opportunities, you have two options to choose from. Either you choose the creator life, where you go out, you tell what you want, you change what you want, you fulfill yourself, or you choose the consumer way, the consumer life. A life full of shallowness, full of lack of purpose, but full of gratification. Artificial gratification. But for the most people, this is the same. So you may or not be happy with your current life, but the most people are stuck in a kind of a misbelief. Most people. Because most people think they cannot break out of their current situation, of their current prison, of comes down to this restrictness of time and energy. I want to conclude once more all of my last videos to put more and more emphasis on this law. This law consists out of the fact that every day you can choose to change to and create a life. And it does not take much, but not everybody has the self-image for this yet. If you are not a creator, you don't have this self-image. You think you're not valuable enough. You think you think it doesn't fit to your life. This is a general misconception. A lot of people think that. And a lot of people, even including me in the past. But I tell you one thing. Synthesizing and speaking about your favorite topics gives you a big advantage in life. Why not taking advantage of all of these new technology? Why do you consciously choose to be left behind and not hop on this train and going what is meta and fight on this battlefield that human race, human development, human evolution had created. It's the consumer life against the influencer life. And if you're still living the consumer life, it only comes down to your ego that still wants to have the more comfortable life, that still craves for the low effort life, that still thinks he is dependent on his boss, that has this that is in this mental prison of in believing in the authority from someone else. Letting him restrict your time, letting him restrict your valuable time and energy just how he wants to, with his willpower, with nothing else, just his will. You're following orders instead of give orders. Because you don't believe in your own self. You don't think you are immature enough. You don't think you haven't pushed through pain. You didn't went to the limits. You don't know how it feels like to break out of your own limits yet. More and more and more you realize how your life could be. And I convince you now that everybody is valuable enough to be a leader, to be an influencer, to be a creator, to be someone who other people could look up to. This world would be a better place if everybody would create instead of only a few people creating and a lot of people following. I know that money has the opportunity and the force to create something more rare, something more exceptional, something new, something that pops more up. Like all of these bullshit Mr. Beast videos that are so attracting to a lot of people. But this shouldn't hinder you. This shouldn't prevent you from starting your own business, starting to create something on your own instead of constantly choosing the low effort way. Constantly choosing not to do something, and instead looking at someone else doing something. You know what this is called? Voyeurism.
Voyeurism.
This is called voyeurism. You enjoy your life more when you look at other people living it. This term comes from pornography. It's the act of someone else looking like another couple while they're doing it. And YouTube is just the same. So I came up with another principle. I came up with another statement that I want to emphasize in this video. Social media is nothing else than soft porn. You cannot resist the temptation of looking at someone else fucking. You cannot resist the temptation to look at someone else making money. You cannot resist the temptation to always look at some bullshit Netflix series. You're always looking. You're doing the voyeurism. Always looking, never doing. And so I do all of these videos to give you more and more realizations, to give you more and more opportunities. The more videos I'm doing on this channel, the more opportunities I give you to choose between those two pills. The one pill is to go down the rabbit hole and look how far it's going. Explore everything, explore every little fucking gratification, every little truth that is out there, just out of curiosity, just out of the fact you cannot resist the temptation. You cannot resist the temptation. The next logical step would be that you stop resisting it all and explore every temptation. You pursue and follow every impulse you're getting from the internet. Every single one. So a kid does this. Me as a kid did it the same way, which is why I'm doing all of these videos, to give you a more and a better awareness. So you can choose. Next there, this is another way. This is the better pill in my opinion. Or you can choose between the self-determined, independent, definitely mindly independent life, more free in terms of like what you want to choose to do in life. Like you have so many opportunities. You could try out as many possible things that could like fulfill you out there in life, where you could create some, like you could go out and write a book. You can go out and study a specific kind of topic. You could do so many sustainable things, but you don't choose to because it's hard, because it's pain, because it requires strength. And strength needs to be built, strength needs to be trained, and this is not a short-term gratification that you're getting here. You're building awareness for life in general. You're building a discipline, you're building the mind will, so you can choose between those. And I give you more and more opportunities to choose the bright path. Of course, I would never recommend you to try out the another path. TikTok is the best example. They found out what works best, what keeps a human as long as possible to their platform. They now know how to keep a human under this unconscious, like, as long as possible. They figured it out. They experimented as long as possible to find it out. And immediately after, this new thing of Unreal, like, suddenly blowed up, where every fucking social media platform that is out there adopted it right away without any dubs. This is marketing, this is business models. This is the logic of a business model. What keeps them on our platform, what keeps them addicted to our platform, this is good. So you can choose once again. Who do you want to follow? Yourself? Living up to your own expectations? More freedom in mind? Or do you always want to look at someone else fucking, look at someone else making money, Look at someone else building another software that could potentially help someone else. Read someone else's book about someone else's life. What you're doing is voyeurism all day long if you didn't take the courage to create on your own. I'm at a point of my life where if I don't create something on my own, I feel guilty. I feel sad and I have a bad feeling because I don't live up to my own expectations anymore. I have high expectations on myself. I wanna deep work. I wanna create videos. I wanna do it every fucking day. That's how much my willpower developed in the last few weeks. And it's only a few weeks. It took me not so long as most of the people are trying to convince you of. The step out is not that hard, but you are consciously and constantly choosing the wrong path. I feel guilty when I don't create something. Can you believe this? Can your mind even grasp what I am telling to you right now? I don't think so. This is how the people get rich, in my opinion. Like, possibly, this could have a big impact on my life. This urge for creating, this urge to tell and speak and stand up and I speak about the problems of this world and speak about my own generational framework and my dubs about their way of life. Standing up and say that, like, I'm in a self-improvement state. I want to self-improve constantly in every area of my life. My mind and my person as a whole, they are communicating with each other. I do boredom for around 3 hours a day. I speak with myself. I know myself. Me and my brain, we are aligned with each other. My will and my brain, we know each other. We know what sucks. We know what pulls and pushes us away from our alignment, our purpose. Where me as a whole, find everything together. This little ball, this little core pole of pure energy that I build within myself, that I can spread and even take it and even getting it back and reuse it in a sustainable way. Reusing it, telling out advice, affirmating myself, thinking and contemplating about it. That's how I evaluate this. This is how I create a sustainable workflow, sustainable energy. My motivation, my energy does not get lost at someone else's vagina. I don't follow the normal Jeffrey route anymore. I don't care about the normal Jeffrey route anymore. Because I am addicted to create. I am addicted to reach success. I am addicted to love myself and accept myself and gratificate myself in a sustainable way with boredom and meditation. This is the only right way to do it because everything else is not yourself. Everything else is voyeurism, and you always keep up looking at someone else. You're looking around and you're looking at someone else's outfit. You're looking at someone else's like someone else's subscribers. You're looking at someone else's likes. You're always looking for someone else. You're not only looking for someone else's glamour and shine. No, you're even more naive. You're even looking for their validation, their confirmation of your value. You're constantly waiting that someone else will give you value. You will never be able to create own value, to eventually sell this value, to eventually be financially independent. When you're always looking at someone else, always looking outside for purpose. Purpose can be found only within. Discipline can be found only within. Attention can be found only within, nowhere else. Don't you feel angry not only on yourself but also at them? Use this anger, canalize this anger, use it for production, use it for creation, and you finally will be grateful for yourself. A positive mindset is all it takes to synthesize in a positive way, to make other people believe that you are valuable enough to listen to. I don't have to force it at this point of my life anymore. You will recognize without me having to be someone else, without me having to force myself onto, I don't know, superficially do some little extras. I'm just me and I'm way enough that you will believe me. And this is good because this proves my own advices. I have not only created one video a day in the last few weeks, I have also gained your belief. I have also gained your conviction. I have gained my own conviction because I broke through all layers. I now fulfill myself. And this is the last phase of self improvement. The last phase of self improvement is the complete independence of everything else. You can now motivate yourself without anyone else. This is what you should wanna achieve from instead of maximizing your satisfaction from porn, junk food, media, Netflix, all of these fucking bullshit. Because all of these will drastically rewire your brain into a degenerate person. You're not aware of everything that is happening within your brain. You're not aware of the receptors and the neurotransmitters are constantly vibrating in your brain, developing, increasing, decreasing your neurostructures. All of these things you're unaware, you're unconscious of this because you can't see it. You only see the surface. You always see only the surface. And this shine makes you a fucking. The small little treatments you begin to treat yourself, your small little efforts and small little wins have accumulated. Now you're dependent. Now you're addicted. But you're still unaware of it. This is why I want to enlighten you. This is why I'm doing these videos. To give you this realization of your small little treatments that had accumulated and skyrocketed in the last 5 years. It began at the point where you got a phone gifted from your parents. And until now, you consume media for about 5 years or a decade now. You're not aware of how this development has drastically changed your brain. You now have the opportunity to step out. I give you the last opportunity to step out this consumption. I walk every day past of Jeffries who are stick to their phone. They are stick to it. It's sticking in front of their eyes when they are eating. It's sticking in front of their eyes when they are showering. It's sticking in front of their eyes when they are traveling. It's everywhere. They cannot get rid of it. It's literally sticking next to their dick the whole fucking night. So I really hope this could help you. I really hope this can transform your day-to-day life and especially your way of life in the way of self-improvement, in this kind of growth mindset where you want to improve. I hope you have the courage enough to adopt this and find out about more principles, find out about the other benefits you can gain from this philosophy. It's almost like Stoicism, it's almost like Buddhism, but all combined together. It's everything positive is like accumulated within this philosophy. So I hope you join the revolution. I hope you can improve your life for the better and be financially independent soon with your own creations, because this is where our paths are leading. This is not where our paths are ending, because we find fulfillment and purpose within progress. So the last thing I will say is that you always have to push through pain. You should always push through pain. Not today, not tomorrow, not in 3 days, not only for this week or this month, your whole life. You should always push through pain. Because in pain lies progress. Peace, bro.